Welcome everyone. I'm back with another Newcrest build. Sorry it's been a hot minute. I've been super busy and I've gotten sick, and this build has taken a long time to build it and to also furnish it and to then get everything ready to upload. So here it is now. This is the second to last building in our modern neighborhood. Which is exciting. Almost done with one. No, it's been a hot minute. So I made this house kind of so you're able to have your Sims save up money and then be able to move into it. It is fully finished with 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and 2 half baths. As you can see, I'm again going for that modernistic slanted roof vibe to add some height and depth to the builds. And here I am just moving it around, making sure it's where I want it to be. And I want it to be kind of similar feel and style to the other ones, so I decided to do similar color schemes, kind of same look. But as you can just see, I just kind of changed the height of the walls because I think it's a very more realistic incorporation into these kinds of houses. And you guys just let me know if you want my EA username so you guys can go ahead and download all the builds and households that I've made in the past and will make. You will see that for the most part I gave the house a lot of character, especially in the children's rooms, but I forgot to check how it functioned in-game, so if any of it needs to be removed or updated to work, I can just let me know and I can go back and fix it. Here I am working on the backyard. The outside of the house, I really wanted to do, and even in the inside, just a clean, slick looking house. Unfortunately, I forgot to film me fully furnishing the backyard, but at the end of this video, you can see the full tour, and then you'll be able to see it then. But you can also, there's another sneak peek in the middle of it. And here I was like, oh yeah, you can change the color of the foundation. I always forget that when I have it. And here I am also choosing the colors of the house. So for this one, I wanted to go from like a darker color scheme. I feel like the other houses in the neighborhood are kind of more lighter colored, so to kind of make a difference, I went with this darker one. And again, I'm keeping that kind of depth of the blocks together to create more cohesiveness and to create more characteristic of it. And here I am starting to work on the doors. I kind of wanted it to be centered across that main patio in the front. And at first I was going for kind of small glassy open windows, but then I decided, oh wait, I have medium walls, so let's go for a more medium, bigger looking door, which again I think is very characteristical in these kind of houses. And same with the windows. So for this house, I really want it to be more, again, with the kind of like the other houses, more open feel, open floor plan, and more light coming in. And here I am just working on the upstairs. That area where the door is facing out is actually going to be a patio, kind of like the starter home in this area, but without grass to create more of just a normal patio look. And I was experimenting on doing little windows across the big windows to see if that could bring some difference to it, but I ended up getting rid of that. And then again I was having a hard time trying to figure out what colors to go with the windows and the doors. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go all dark because I was going with a very dark house, or windows dark, door light, or the opposite. As you can tell, I decided to go with light windows and dark doors. I think especially because the house itself is a dark color scheme, just helps to brighten up the house itself. Anyways, and then here I am just making sure I'm using the same 3 types of windows across the whole house to create more cohesiveness. I used to not do that, and it made the houses look really wonky. So I decided, I should do that. I don't know who it was who I saw, but gave that wonderful advice on the YouTube, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's a smart idea. So here I am just putting them on different sides of the house so I can move them over to the right side that I'm working on. And again, I kind of wanted there to be some cohesiveness, so I tried to use similar door styles for not the main door, but for the patio and for the backyard entrance area. And I also didn't want to make it so the same windows were on the upper floor and then the same windows on the bottom floor around the whole house. I wanted to make it so there was more kind of difference with the window placements. And here I am just putting in the same fence up there. I felt that more warm color wood fence really helped to pop out the colors of the house. And here I am just kind of putting in a little back patio. Again, I forgot to film it, the rest of it, but just as you can see there, just has a pool, some chairs. Here I am. I also didn't get the bathroom and the bedroom filmed, and I didn't fully finish the bedroom, so here I am just finishing it. For some reason, the way the colors I did and the color scheme, I kind of went for like this more modernistic greens and red and darker brown and black in the parents' bedroom. And you can also see that in all the bathrooms. The bathrooms are all kind of a deeper brown and black, so you kind of see that throughout the house, even in the other rooms. But in some of the rooms I try to lighten up just to create some contrast between the darkness and the color schemes. I almost forgot to put a lot of paintings in different rooms, so sometimes you'll see me in one room, then I go back to a different room and change that and fix it up. I really like using the dividers, as you can see in the bathroom, just to create kind of some difference. I used to do half walls, but I think realistically, the dividers that are used in there are much more how it would be. Here, I didn't realize that I put originally this kind of storage container that I had the clothesline, so you might be like, why did she do that and not use it? I just forgot. I thought I just did a normal one, but it worked out. So this, I just wanted to make it kind of like a walk-in closet, and you'll see that there's storage on both sides. Kind of, they have similar looks, but also are kind of different. And here I forgot that I didn't put sheets on, so I hurried and put that on so I could make it more cohesive. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I put stuff on the clothing line, I always double clothe it, because I feel like, I mean, at least for me personally, mine is much more cluttered like that than just the weird open spaces for just doing one of the things. And you'll see that I kind of put similar things in the other side, but also with a little variety, because I feel like it's just a closet. We don't have a lot of options in general, like shoes. We only have like 4 pairs, and the clothes only 4. So just trying to create those little differences, it's hard. So I'm sorry if it's a little too copy and paste. Here I did do it a little different, where I came back and was like, oh, that already has a clothes hanger, so I went ahead and used it. Now, I didn't realize that it was too low at the point, because it's kind of hard with the, I feel like for the short walls, it's easy to see the whole wall and all that there is, but for the medium wall, I can only see like half of it, so I just used what I could. Here I am. I just wanted to make it more, because I mean, when you're getting dressed, of course you look in the mirror, make sure you're all looking good. So I figured that one was a good one. And then I just wanted to add kind of more black and white, so that walk-in closet very black and white feel. I also did forget to fully put in the floor pan, but there's a little snippet of it. Right now we're working on the bathroom. Kind of wanted to do Jack and Jill bathroom, but 2 toilets in the bathroom that are separated, which is what we're working on right now. They are completely identical. There's not a lot of stuff in it, just a toilet and toilet paper. But I don't know, I kind of felt like that would be a good idea on what to do for that bathroom, because it was such a weird shape. So here I am putting the shower bath in, and then the garbage. I love the new garbage that they added for the weekly gifts, I guess. And I'm putting in my personal favorite mirror right there. I don't know why, I just really like it. It fits. I guess I do a lot of 3 rooms countertop sink area, so it just works. And of course I have to put in all the little details. I put in enough details in my build that it brings character into it, but at the same time doesn't make it super laggy to play. And if you're having that lag and stuff, then try removing some of the cluttered objects that we have. I also am thinking back, I did not put, I don't think, any curtains in any of the rooms, so if that bothers you and you want to add that, go ahead and do it. Sorry for doing that. If you guys want me to do that more often, then I can. Now, I was trying to do the children's bedroom, which is what I just put the bed in before. And then this bedroom, I was more imagining it to be this artistic teen. And I just was having a hard time finding the placement for the bed. And I was like, oh, well, I could use the platforms to make a platform. So I went ahead and made a platform in the bedroom and raised it up and put the bed on there. I just think it creates more, I don't know, if I was a teenager, when I was a teenager, I would have loved to have this. So here I am just making more of like an artistic room, artistic teenager, and kind of like a more light colored room, because I feel like the children would be in more of a lighter room. And I put a little area for the closet, and I forgot that it was actually a 4 tile closet, so I went ahead and tried to find a 2 closet tile and kind of just stuck it out enough so it kind of looked like it was like a built-in closet. And I also wanted to put in this vanity table. I always forget that we have them, but I figured it would be a good addition to the room. So I just added that with some makeup, nail polish, you know, just the common clutter stuff that you would find. And here I really like to make, like in the children's rooms and teenagers, I really like to add clutter by the bed, like shoes and magazines, just because I feel like that's just a good place to put it, and that's how it usually ends up in children's rooms. So here I am trying to figure out the teen clutter item, that's one of the only things that they give us, and just trying to find the right placement that would make the most sense. And again, just cluttering up the vanity table, because that's just how it is. You have lots of stuff and there's not a lot of storage options. Here I thought it was a great idea to add a little backpack. I know it's the roll-on one that you bring to someone else's house, but I figured it was a good addition. And here I just wanted to add more character to her room, so I figured she could be really into music, into records, and again showing that artisticness. And I've never actually seen that calendar before, so I was kind of excited to use it. And I was tempted to use it in different rooms, but I decided that probably just it fit the best in the team's room. And just I didn't really clutter her room and give her a lot of stuff in it, but I gave her enough so it felt kind of lived in when you want to. Now, I definitely went a little crazy in this kid's room. I just really wanted to do this cute idea. We're kind of using that bed as a separator for like a little play area that's separate from the rest of the bedroom. So I'm just adding that in right now, and I have never used that turtle rug, so I was like, oh, I'll use that, and oh, whoa, the mushroom paired perfectly with it. Now, this room I moved around a few stuff, and I'm not sure if this you can entirely get to the bed, but if it creates problems, let me know. It's just easy fixes that can help it so it can work better. And yeah, so I just want to make sure she had enough stuff that it was like, this is the main room that she likes to hang out in. And again, I kind of made it like a house where it was the parents with 2 girls, but I mean, you could use this for anybody and you can change it how you want to change it. Again, just cluttering up the bedroom, adding the shoes to the bed, and a few other stuff that I feel like would fit well in a kid's room. I was having a hard time finding the placement for that just because it didn't feel like it fit well in any of those areas. And I forgot that. I thought the teenagers' room felt a little weird, so I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to add a rug. And as you can tell from this is a library. I did realize that I probably need to be better at situating my windows so they make sense in the room. So if that really bothers you, I'm sorry. I can work on that and make it different. I really wanted this to make kind of like a sleek and modern. So the rest of the house, I didn't want it to be cluttered with a bunch of kids stuff like I make in the kids' room. So I was like, okay, I'll go overpower in the child's room, and then the rest of the rooms will kind of be more minimal, more contemporary, so they're just more organized. And I didn't know what exactly to add there because that may not work because of the chairs, but I figured it was a good fit to the room. This is probably the only childlike thing that I added to any of the other rooms. And again, me forgetting rugs until very last minute. I wasn't too sure what to put up in this big area. I kind of just put just random skill things that you would need. But again, if your Sims don't need the boxing or the piano or the treadmill, then you can go ahead and switch it out. And if you want a better floor fan, then you can do that. I just wanted to add a few things so it didn't seem so just empty in that area. So down here, I'm just starting to work on the bathrooms. I wanted them to be identical. I realized I made them pretty big for just being a toilet and a sink, so I guess you can if you want to add showers, and that can make it 4 full bathrooms, but I figured this was good enough for just a bathroom, just making sure that there's enough in the area. And then I was having a hard time figuring out where I wanted to put the living room, but I decided to put it in here because it felt better, and then the kitchen and dining room can be more connected together. I really liked the swoopy, I guess that's how to say it, the swoopy feeling of that couch. It just went with how it is. And this room, as you can see, is a little more lighter in color than the rest of the houses. You'll also see that with the kitchen as well. I just wanted to make those rooms just a little more lighter to bring some difference to it. And I kind of have the same wallpaper and flooring throughout the whole house. So if you don't like that and want to change it up, you can go ahead and do that. I also wanted to put kind of like a little fireplace seating area, and I had extra room in that family room, so I decided to put it in there. Also, these are my favorite plants. I don't know why, but they're my favorite. I love to use them to reach my bills. I also realized that I put way too much lights around the family room area, and it just did not look right. So I went back and changed that as well. I also forgot at this point to put back on bb.move objects on, so that's why the pictures are a little weird in some places. I felt like the dream home decorator pictures really fit this room. Here I am just changing the lights because did not need that many. And I also wanted to put like a little entertainment center there with a big TV. I didn't realize again until later on that I didn't have move objects on until now, so I was able to fix that. I know it's not the most realistic and it'll be blocking it, but it just looks nice. Here I'm going for this room. It's going to be the huge kitchen. I'm going to go for two fridges, 2 stoves, 2 ovens throughout it, 2 garbages, just to create. It's a big space, and I just feel like that's how it would be. And I also came up with doing a rounded island in the middle. I just thought that fit the best. So I just was having to figure out the arrangement and this placing of that. So that's what I'm just working on right now. And then I wanted to do this super long island across it to separate out. So kind of like a breakfast eating nook area. The middle island, I didn't put any chairs around it, but the split between the bar and the middle island I did. Just because I feel like it could be like an entertainment area when you have extra guests, or also just a breakfast nook area. And I didn't record me decorating it, but there you can see a little bit of the cluttering that I put into it and the finished product of it. I kind of wanted to put the same kind of mats across it, and here I am just working on the dining room. I was originally going with this table, but then I realized it doesn't really fit the vibe of how I'm going for it. But I do like the chair, so I go ahead and change that out to a different table that fits a little better to how the whole room goes. I actually really like this room. I feel like it just brings a lot of difference to the regular builds that I've been doing. A lot more cluttery items, more realistic of kind of how a sleek modern house would look. I really like separating the door from the rest of the room, just creating this kind of walkway, and then adding a bunch of, I guess, dishes holders, if you would say, or just storage items. And I also wanted to, I had that big open area and I decided to put the Christmas tree there. Again, you can get rid of that if you'd like. And again, just adding more storage areas. And then I still felt like something was missing, so I was like, oh, I'll put a rug in and see if that helps. But that wasn't all that was missing. You'll see in a second. I was like, and the color too. I was having a hard time with the color. But I was having a hard time figuring out what to put in that area, and I was like, oh, I could put a grand piano. I'm not sure if that grand piano is workable with the chairs and everything, so I may need to move that if possible. Just, again, let me know. And I don't know what to put at the bottom of the stairs, so I just put those boxes size down. And I also went with more of like the sleek, kind of same vibes of the family room chairs in this kind of sitting area when you first come in. And I love those rugs, so I figured I'll just size it up. It looks great. And again, those lights tried to make it so they were less than the other room when I first started. And again, just adding more cluttery items that create more character and more playable objects that you can use. I figured this would be that the parents would really have parties, and it would just be a fun time to be at their house. So just wanted to make sure there was enough stuff to take care of guests and enough space for people to sit down and relax. And I always feel it a necessity to put in the umbrellas, just so you can get your umbrellas all sorted. And I was really liking the looks of those dividers. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I put them in I put a lot in a bunch of rooms, so sorry if those aren't your kind of things. And here I was just putting a very simple patio space stuff. I really like the backyard stuff's palette, so I went with this lighter blue again to add some contrast to the dark colors that are around it, and really open spacing. So again, when guests are over, or just a more chill area, just to have it sat there. And a lot of this stuff that I put up here, a lot of stuff that I put there, it just wasn't in the backyard, so I just wanted to make sure that it was here. So yeah, that's just a very simple area that I set up. And here's the full tour of the house. So again, the main area. The bathroom. I did some of these a little fast, but I will put this again on my EA account so you can go ahead and see it. And there's that full backyard. I know I didn't do it too much. And then just upstairs, another view of the bedrooms. I feel like the kids' bedroom is my favorite in this house. It just turned out really, really well. And even the library. I feel like a lot of the rooms in the house turned out very, very well. Again, if I went too fast in the rooms, you can go ahead and download this from the gallery. And you can go ahead and see if you would like it yourself. But yeah, that's the final tour. I hope you have a great day.